Hi, my name's Vicki and I'm a member of All Nations Christian Centre, and this is my thought for the week. Okay, so it's usually about this time of the year when a good friend of mine reminds me that we are closer to the next Christmas than we are to the Christmas that just went, because he knows that I don't really do Christmas until the 1st of December, and this year was no different. And I just want to tell you about two of my favourite songs, really. One of them is a Christmas song, and I'm pretty sure when I suggested it for last year's carol concert, people thought I was joking, but it really is one of my favourite songs, and that song is Little Donkey. Now, the reason I love that song is because it reminds me that actually twice in the Bible a donkey was used in the kind of two biggest moments of Jesus' life. One when he was born and the donkey carried Mary, the Christmas song, and the other was when Jesus was entering Jerusalem. And I love the humility in that. I love the fact that this little donkey on both those occasions didn't know the huge part that it was playing in this amazing story, in this amazing moment of history, or both these amazing moments of history. It wasn't aware that it would go down in history. It wasn't aware that it would be written about in the holy book that we call the Bible. And yet this donkey, or both these donkeys, did what it was asked. It did what it was told to do. It got on with the job that it was tasked with, not knowing about the huge ramifications that it would have, not knowing that it was the huge part that it was playing. So that's why I love that song. And we're called to be the same, to be that humble player, to be that humble person that plays that role, whatever that role is. James 4 verse 10, if you read the whole verse, it talks about kind of our priorities, if you like, and where our focus should be. But verse 10 of chapter 4 of James says, "Humble yourselves before the Lord and he will exalt you." That donkey didn't know that it was going to be exalted in a way by being written about in the Bible. And we're called to do those actions, to do those things that we're prompted to do, not really knowing whether we're going to be remembered for that or not, but just playing our part, because with Jesus we will be kind of raised to life and exalted up. My second favourite song, or the second song that I want to talk to you about, is a song by Chris Tomlin. And it's kind of along that theme. It's a song that's called Take My Life. And I do want to encourage you to have a listen to it. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. But really to add it to your worship repertoire for this week and onwards. And I just want to read you the words of the first verse. It says, "Take my life and let it be consecrated to thee. Take my moments and my days. Let them flow in ceaseless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for thee." And that song talks about offering up all of us, all of ourselves, to say, however you want to use me, God, I am open to being used. It doesn't matter if I'm going to be remembered for that action or not. I'm just giving myself to be used in any way by you. So I want that to be your prayer, really, to listen out for those promptings when God's asking you to do what might seem like a tiny act, a tiny moment of kindness, a tiny moment of help or service, so that you can be used by God. And really, there's something that a preacher once said that has really stuck with me along those lines. And he said about, you can either be the main star in the tiny life that is you, the tiny movie that is you, or you can be an extra in the greatest story, in the greatest film that was ever told. So really, I ask you, what are you going to choose? I would suggest, be that humble donkey that plays the role, doesn't know that it will be remembered, doesn't care that it will be remembered, but just play that role that God asks you to play.